You are now tuned into 2111 Radio Show, hosted by our program director, Derrick Scott.
The Lakithia Nicole Talk Show is all about empowerment at its finest. The show is designed to help you become the best and highest version of yourself.
You know, what would you tell them, young girls growing up in a broken home?
A lot of young girls meeting guys who would tell them anything that they want to hear.
So tell me, in South Africa, with the pandemic, I'm not sure how you guys are affected.
So in South Africa,
the feeling alive, getting a lane that only real ones can drive. Do your thing, girl, and show up. Do your thing, boy, and show up. Like a snowflake, no to a lake. Okay, I'm going for the night.
Understand that everything you go through is an obstacle and a test.
I believe that there is no glory without the story.
Muhammad, not guilty. From that moment on, I was never gonna go back. You understand? Any of the old decisions that I made, my old ways of thinking, my pattern of thinking, and I had to think about, all right, what got me out of the situation?
Yeah.
And it was the knowledge, right?
We have to come to a time where it's about us.
Welcome to the 2111 Radio Show. I'm your host, and look who I got. LA Keys is in the building. How you doing, girl?
Hi, I am great. How are you doing?
Listen, I'm blessed. Look who I got here. So you're very multi-talented. We're going to get through some stages because this lady do a lot. So first of all, that empowerment as far as in this podcast. Talk to me about your podcast.
So I'm going to tell you really quickly. So, everybody has a podcast. That show, I actually owned it. I, got everything copywritten for it to be my talk show.
Nice.
So during the pandemic, we did some in studio recording, as far as they came into like the place that is like a podcast where they came inside and did some interviews, but majority of the interviews were like what we're doing now. Like I wasn't there, we weren't in studio together. But it was considered a talk show, and it was all about empowerment, empowering people to be the best and highest version of themselves, as I mentioned to you. Well, I didn't mention it to you. The show said it itself. That was
no doubt.
Thing, that to empower people. Pardon me, my dog. my dog is like shaking because she knows I'm on the phone. She's trying to get a little bit. But just empowering, people to be their best, and that's in whatever it is. I feel like we live in a society where people try to make, some people feel bigger and some people feel smaller. But for us, we're all equal. We're all human beings. We're all here striving, and that's what it is. Empowerment.
I love it. I definitely love it. Well, now, that's one of the things I like, the empowering people, because we need more people like you to empower others, because like you just said, we all equal. Some people don't even feel like they're equal.
Right.
You understand? So for you to have something for people to actually feel empowered and give them enough encouragement, because a lot of people don't give you some encouragement. Make sure you tell people that you actually give a damn.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was about. I would interview, different types of people and just really tapping into the minds of people. And, it was no big I's and little U's, just all types of people.
Exactly. So now I'm getting to where you from originally, because I think you said you was bi-coastal. So talk to me about that.
Yeah. So so you asked me, you said, did you move to New York and then come to LA, or did you, vice versa? So I'm actually from LA and I live in New York. I've been bi-coastal for the last 4 years.
Is that tough? Because that sounds like, damn.
So I wouldn't say it's tough. You know what? I actually enjoy the fact that you can get the best of both worlds like this. The tough part is being away from my family in LA, because majority of my immediate family is in LA. I do have some family here out in New York, but I don't really see them as much. So that is what is tough. But I actually, I enjoy New York, but I do need to get back home now for a bit, because I've been spending more time on the East Coast than I have been on the West Coast.
Oh, okay. So now you do have another talk show, if I'm not mistaken.
So that is a radio show. That's Lakithia
Yes.
After.
Talk to me about this show, because I've seen a couple of episodes. Hey, it's dope. I'm not even gonna lie. I like it. I like it a lot. I like the people that you interview, and the questions is crazy.
Thank you. Yeah, so Lakithia in the Afternoon is a radio show in Manhattan, New York. And we have, what I started to do was just talking to like artists. I kind of wanted to make it a bit different than the Lakithia Nicole Talk Show. What's the difference is we had more recording artists. We had hip hop artists. We had hip hop artists sharing their stories. We had Nas EBK. I interviewed him from Rikers. He's literally in prison. And he talked to me about just the different things that he's going through. You know, he's in jail. He turned his life around, which is beautiful. He gave his life to God. He's doing so many great things in prison. We wanted to highlight that. I spoke with like artists like TJ Porter and oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm having a brain, you know, like I'm literally forgetting.
It happens, trust me, I have it all the time.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't believe I'm forgetting some of these people, but I got a chance to have a movie producer on there, and I got a chance to work with him, and you know, just like artists and a few entrepreneurs, things of that nature. But yeah, we were really growing the show. But as mentioned, I recently got into some other stuff. We'll get into that when you're ready. But yeah, it's fun. You know, it's different. It was 5 days a week, so it was definitely a lot.
Ooh, 5 days a week. Listen, let me tell you something. I don't know how you did that. I used to have my show 2 times, maybe 3 times a week, but 5 days a week, I don't know. I think I'll burn out. Unbelievable. How did you even have the energy to do that? Yes,
literally, we were doing 5 days a week. My time was from 2 to 3, and so yeah, it was definitely a lot. And then especially when you have to, you know, bring in the fact that, you know, I'm a recording artist as well, and I'm an actress, which is my passion. So it's about finding that balance. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now I'm gonna ask you a question. We're gonna get into the advantages of living in LA. Let's keep it a buck, because being in LA, I think is for an artist, for a actress, for any entrepreneur. I think you get some, how can I say, you get recognized faster in some ways. And living in LA as an actress, because this is very important, people. As an actor, actress, you have your SAG. When did you get this, and how did this even come about?
Yeah, you know what? This is an incredible story. You're great, because no one's ever asked me this question where I was able to say it line and live. So this will go, you know, all around the world. So I got a chance to work on an amazing movie in 2009 and 2010. It is Burlesque, the movie Burlesque with Christina Aguilera and Cher. Yes. It was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. That's how I got all my SAG vouchers. So it went from 3 SAG vouchers. You need 3 to become SAG-AFTRA. Yes. I was on the movie filming, like I said, from 2009 to 2010. So I walked away with like 20 or 30 vouchers. Like I just had a lot of them. So I became SAG, and I got the experience to see Cher and Christina perform live on that movie. And like I said, it's the movie Burlesque. The scene that I was in, unfortunately, was cut out. But I had a boyfriend in the scene, and he and we kind of was like in a scene before Christina Aguilera. And so, of course, I got a chance to meet her, and I got a chance to meet Cher. The experience meant more to me than the scene being cut out. Yes, because and I kept getting called back. And after that, I was just doing like little things that they just had me doing that you won't really see, you know, but it was still the experience. I remember just going home at night, having experienced them performing. I mean, like huge musicals. If you've ever seen the movie, oh my God. So literally that's what was going on. Christina was singing, you know, they were like live. We would get home at like 5 a.m. from I would go to work at like 7 in the daytime and not get home at night, and get home at like 5 a.m. So one of the best experiences of my life, but that is how I became SAG in 2009. Wow.
I know that's right. Let me hear a round of applause. That's it. Very important. It's very important. You know, I see a lot of independent artists. They make so many movies, but they don't get that together. You have to get things like that together. You want to be an actress or an actor in this industry, because it's very important. So, speaking of acting and you've been in some great shows. We're gonna put the show up. So first, we're gonna go to this one.
Yes.
Girlfriend. This was a series that all jokes aside, we all looked at. I'm not even gonna lie. For you to be on this, talk to me. How did this even come about?
Yeah, so in 2004, I got the opportunity to be on this show. That was this is the first thing that I did one other thing before that, but it wasn't. It was background before that. But this brought me to where I was in the the beauty salon talking with Tracy. I'm sorry, the lady is I can't believe I'm forgetting these people's names. Last name is like Golden. I forgot. But
Golden. I know you're talking about
Brooks. Yes.
Golden Brooks.
Yes, Golden Brooks. Thank you. I forgot her name. It's been years. So in the scene, we're talking because it was a really huge thing. Her book, Oh Hell No, Oh Hell Yes. So in the scene, I was one of the women saying, "Oh hell no." Oh, and we're like, "Hell yes." And so there were different people, like that's what we're saying in the scene. But it came about, that was the first opportunity that I had to be in front of the camera and actually in the forefront. And Tracy was actually at the show, but I wasn't in the scene with her, and she was in her apartment building. And what's so funny is that I went from looking at that on television to actually being on the stages. They filmed it on the stages in Sunset Gower Studios is where we filmed that, I believe. Sunset Gower. And it was the stages. So I get there and I'm sitting in the audience and I'm thinking to myself, wow, I was just at home watching this. It was unbelievable that I was, and Tracy, I'll just give you this backstory that no one knows. I get there, I have all my things on and you have to go to the stages. And Tracy Ellis Ross, which is Diana Ross's daughter, she's walking on the floor barefooted back and forth, like, remembering her lines. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, oh my God. So that it was phenomenal. Just those experiences. You'll never forget that. Yeah.
And you shouldn't. Listen, that's like you were saying in the beginning, the experience.
The experience.
You can't be Angela Bassett on your first show. It's not going to happen.
Exactly.
So for you to be in that realm, your resume is crazy, by the way.
Thank you.
Because here's another show that a lot of people looked at, and she was actually on Blackish. Yeah. This is one of the most famous shows to be on ABC, Blackish. I looked at every episode, and for you to, like I said, the opportunities, it's only God.
Yeah, you know what is so weird? This is gonna be crazy. I just thought about that. So Tracy, I never thought about this before. Tracy played on this show as well. But I didn't think anything of it. I ran into her there, but I forgot that I initially met her on Girlfriends, because the time span from when I did Girlfriends, which I told you was 2004, I didn't do this show, Blackish, till 2016 or 2017, I believe.
Yeah, so it's some years later.
Yeah, it's a lot of years later. So.
Wow. And did she even recognize you, or did you even?
So when I didn't meet her on Girlfriends, because she was doing her lines and she wasn't in my scene, and so how a lot of that stuff works is she was on the stage. I remember having to go back and get ready, and so I know I didn't meet her, because I would have remembered. I didn't meet her. I think she was working, and that's how that goes too. Like sometimes when you're getting ready and they're doing something or whatever the case is, you don't see them. I don't even know if she's ready or was she filming while we were working, but I did not meet her then. But I did see her on Blackish, and I didn't think anything of it. Yeah.
You forgot all about it. Exactly. Amazing. Yeah. So here's another show she's been on. Look at these shows, y'all.
Yeah.
Tamara. So now again, the resume. People still don't understand. The resume is crazy. You don't have a lot of real seasoned actors and actresses that have the resume that you have, even though they're small parts, but they're on your resume. You understand? So if somebody says, you know, for somebody to say, hey, I want you to be in a movie, if you show them the resume, they go, oh, wait a minute, hold on. You've been working, girl. You've been working. So talk to me about this situation. How did this even come about?
That was 2012. And on that, it's so funny. So it was actual TV show, but that's how I learned how that sort of thing worked. I think it was kind of like a bit of reality too, because I was myself on there, and I just
you was.
Yeah, I played myself, and I was just testing their products that they had. Me and a few other young ladies, we were testing out their products, and I did get a chance to meet them. And we have, if I would have known you posted that, I would have showed you the pictures of me and the girls. I still have them. I actually will send it over to you. But they were beautiful. They were so sweet. They were dolls.
They seem like that. They really do seem really nice.
Yes, they were sweethearts.
So now we're going to get into your music, because again, I announced this to you behind the scenes, but you came in, your song came in 20 on the top 20. And it's like, wait a minute, you wasn't on 2111 radio that long for you to even appear there. So obviously I have people that's voting and they like the song. But before we get to that song, I do have a song called Beautiful Feeling.
Yeah.
Now talk to me about this, because I like this song. You really captivated people. That's the one thing I think your acting career got you into. You able to captivate people immediately. So talk to me about Beautiful Feeling.
Yeah, so Beautiful Feeling, we were speaking about me and all of the Los Angeles work. The beauty of Beautiful Feeling, I got a chance to record that song in New York City, in Brooklyn. And it's a completely different vibe being out here. So that gives you a completely different vibe. That song is on the EP, Abraham and Sarah, which is out now on all streaming platforms. Yes. So if you have not got the 7-song EP, it's incredible. Beautiful Feeling is available on, like I said, all streaming platforms. But that song is just a high vibrational song. If you listen to the lyrics, I'm talking about, just being high and high frequency. High, now let me explain high. So I have to let people know I'm talking about a natural high. And I'm talking about the high of just, we're alive. We have a reason to be happy and to be thankful, and to be alive is a gift. And so I'm talking about feeling those feelings, clearing your life of like any negativity. It's that good vibration, and I'm saying all of those things within the song. They have, if you play it now, they'll hear the lyrics and it'll all make sense. But overall, it's just a good energy song, good frequency.
Yes.
Well,
I'm gonna play the video. I got the video, so we're gonna play this video real quick. And like she said, listen to the lyrics. Because when it comes on, you're going to see she's fabulous. Just check this out, y'all.
Beautiful feeling when you're feeling blessed. If you can't read love, you're illiterate. That feeling bigger than the internet. When it comes to faith, we more than generous. Music for your soul every time you hear us. Don't be amazed if it touch your spirit. Heavenly melodies every time you hear it. You ain't gotta ask when you know you get that. This ain't no Cali, it's a natural feeling. I'm higher than the ceiling. Beautiful, so appealing. It's that spiritual healing. Nothing better than working on self and healing. Becoming my highest version. Can't deny I've been chosen. Set apart, always been a loner. No pun intended, never been a stoner. Always been obsessed with going further. Levitating, educating my mind, elevating. Never been one for the hating. Wisdom and knowledge is power. Expand your mind and be empowered. Let's go higher. This that high vibration. Self-motivation, self-transformation.
First of all, what you don't know, we added that song to 2111 radio today.
Really?
Yes, we did. We added that today. That is streaming on 2111 radio. It played like 3 times already today. So congratulations on that song.
Thank
It's
you.
very high vibrations. I like that. It really is. So who was the guy that was rapping on this? What was his
name? That is recording artist Bless Biggs, and he's from Brooklyn. And he was actually one of the people that inspired me to get back into the studio, because I actually took a break. I was like, as I was telling you before we got into the call, I just kind of wanted to break away from music and just from the arts, like even the act, all of that. And I just kind of wanted to focus on my empowerment. That I really took the 3 years in the pandemic and just focus on just empowerment. I didn't want any television. I didn't want people to know, like I told you, I was in music and that I was an actor. I just wanted to focus on building the show name and really doing that empowerment. But along that journey, Bless Biggs was the one that said, he met me actually in 2015 going to Brick, that's in New York. I came out here on a radio run. I was like doing all these interviews, and I met him at Brick, and he said, he knew that that's what I was doing. I was doing music. And then also I ended up working with him on acting, but he was like, you should get back into your music. Yeah. And that's how we got the song Beautiful Feeling.
Yeah, you're dope. Listen, again, I love music. I like that song. That's my song right there. That's hot. So being in music, like I said, what are some of the surprises that you didn't know and that you know now that you learned from?
Oh my goodness. So I actually started music like very, very young. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I discovered with the music industry is that you got to have your own identity. You got to be authentic. And I came in very authentic because that's just who I've been as a child. I actually grew into a very self-aware woman. But I was always authentic, knew who I was. But you got to come into this industry with your own identity, because people will try to take you and make you who they want you to be. And a lot of people are like, why you aren't, because I've released albums. I have, albums that have been released in stores and things like that. And I toured and, we were selling, CDs out of trunks at one point. So I've been really doing it and dedicated to it. But a lot of people are like, why you didn't break? Well, the thing about me is that I'm not going to break and not be who I am, and I want it bad, but I never wanted it bad enough to where I would just do anything to get it. So I can just say that's what I learned. You got to stick to what you believe in. You got to stick to your morals. Yes. You got to stick to your integrity. And that's what I've been about.
Listen, let me tell you, and it's not difficult to do, but you have a lot of followers that want to be like someone else, or the record company say, hey, can you give me some of the little Alicia Keys with some Beyonce? Like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? How are you going to do that? How are you do that? Yeah, you're going to put somebody on a limb like that. Right. When I was doing music way back in the days, they wanted my group to sound like Jay-Z.
Oh, wow.
Now, how the hell are we going to do that? That I'm not getting that. We was at Atlantic. I never forget it. They played his song and we sitting there and I'm like, how are we going to do that? Like, there's no way that's going to happen. So I get what you're saying, and it's still happening to this day. Actually, now the independents are getting picked up by labels because they got bigger followings. Yeah. It's not even about the talent anymore.
It's not about I'm so, what's so funny? That has been an adjustment for me, because I grew up, we would rehearse, 7 days a week, 8 hours a day. You get home from school, or if it's the summer break, you get up, you're rehearsing for hours. And you really got to have talent. You got to hone the skill of music and writing. And I grew up writing my own music too. So
check you out.
Yeah, I write. Like I that's like my passion. So I write music, and I'm finishing up my book and stuff like that. But this is the thing, I grew up doing it. Like that's a release for me, just releasing my thoughts and things of that nature. But to get back to, like I was saying, the adjustment, as you mentioned, it's no talent. And when the reason I bring up rehearsing is because that's also with the talent. You got to hone the skill. You don't just get in front of the mic and then just throw something out there. We grew up where we had to rehearse for hours and hours, and then we the material out once we had something that was great.
Yes, definitely. I like that you said that. So basically, the reason I created 2111 Radio is to get those independent artists that not getting all the streams that they're supposed to get or the big followings. There's a lot of independent artists on 2111 Radio. I play other music as well, but I'm the program director, so I handpick each song that's been played on the show. And I take a quote from Nicki Minaj. She said this one day. She said, back in the days, we heard the most talented people on the radio. And now in this day, we hear the most popular people.
Right.
And that's the one thing I made sure that we wasn't going to do is have all the popular people, on my show, because why do that? And when I could have the independent artists that's really grinding and working hard to get their music heard on the radio and get royalties, because we are licensed. So, you will be picking up royalties if you continue to stay on 2111 Radio. That's how it works.
Oh, really?
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely licensed. But now, number 20, last month, no lie, we did a top 20, but we only announced the top 10 on our Instagram and everywhere on our and your song, Nobody's Better, it was at number 20 on 2111 Radio.
Wow.
And you have not been on there that long to do that. So that's something that you really, it's gonna rise. I know it's gonna rise. I could only imagine, because it came up within, I say, 2 weeks of being on the radio and people start voting for it. So I was like, okay, people starting to like it. My wife actually love it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Every time it come on, she'd be like, "Yo, that's my you know what I'm about to say."
Gosh, yeah, that's incredible.
So she's definitely a fan of yours, and that song, I like it. And we actually have a video of it. I think he was in New York.
Yes,
he was in New York, and the video is dope. We're gonna put this song on. If you want to introduce the song, we can put it up. Put the video up. So go ahead.
Yeah, this is LA Key, Nobody Better, shot by KJ shot it. And yes.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Just flowing from the heavens. High frequency, my favorite number 7. Keep feeling me, no miles exclusive, only for a king. Got my own bag, no need to brag, I'm too bad. Manifesting my show, I'm directing, I want it, I got it. Got it, you can't have it, cut from a different cloth. Can't be bought, LA to NY, I got it. Bi-coastal queen, it got a bling. Princess cutting the ring, I'm who they wantin' to be. I'm in my world, always the life of the party. I pull up in a foreign. If you ain't getting money, leave me alone, cause you boring. This year we copping a mansion. Acres, no neighbors. Shaking all of the haters. I ain't asking no
favors. Number 20 on the countdown. I'm telling you, that song is hot. Nobody. Talk to me about Nobody Better.
Yes, Nobody Better was like kind of me coming back as like a solo artist. Like me, I had been away from the music up until that point. I think the last thing I had recorded was solo was like 2018. And so that was like my first, I'm sorry. That was like my first up-tempo song that I came back with in 2023, the end of 2023. And that was a fun song. As you see, it was fun. I wanted to come with like a new sound. They call that I don't know. I think but it's a new sound. Let's say it's a fresh sound.
Exactly. Yeah. It is. It doesn't sound like nothing that I've heard.
Yeah.
But it's so up-tempo though.
Yeah. It was up tempo.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a definite change in it. And when that comes, I don't know if they can't see me in the back, but I know you can. Yeah. I was bopping to it because it's like, oh, okay. When I first heard it, I said, yo, she's dope. Okay. I can't wait to get her on the show. So
thank you.
So now I'm gonna ask you a question. With all the stuff that you do, everything that you got going on, from acting to your show, the music, everything. What is the end goal? What is the end goal for LA Key?
I want to build. You know what? I grew up being inspired by like people that built brands, like people, Jennifer Lopez. And what I mean by that is having like my own everything under one umbrella: the music, the acting, the books, the clothing line, the fragrances, everything, just an empire. The end goal is to have an empire and a brand that is mine and that is empowering. I didn't tell you, like, I have my own empowerment, women's empowerment company. And through all of this, we're going to continue to empower, motivate people to be their best and highest version. And I want to see as many young people living their dreams and going after them, because I'm a dreamer. Like, my whole life has been nothing but a dream. I've been just dreaming and desiring to be my best, and to just see a change in the world for better. So I want yeah.
Listen, nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. There's nothing wrong with that. And like I said, if we could help you in any way, as far as because I have a podcast, it's called Real Talk. I would like to have you come back so we could talk about some issues.
Yes.
Like, there's a lot of issues that's out here right now. Like, for instance, the elephant ain't in the room, but we're gonna talk about it. The Diddy thing, the domestic violence, all that other stuff to me is just whatever. But that domestic violence thing really hit home.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. What is your thoughts on that with Cassie? What she's been through? Like, my goodness.
You know what? I really thought that it was unfortunate because I didn't bring him up just now, because he was a person that I really looked up to, because he had the empire, he had the brand, he was very successful. I really admired Sean for the fact that he did build his brand, so successful that, I remember when, he was worth 400 million, and the way he put things out there was that he was doing empowering things as well.
Oh, yeah.
But to see the behind the scene footage of what Cassie went through was very heartbreaking. It was unfortunate to know that we are thinking that, they're living in this beautiful fairy tale, when behind the scenes it was nothing but, and that's just reality, so I think this, more than anything, it's unfortunate. I feel bad for her, but I'm happy for her, because in the end she wins. And what I mean by that, it's so funny you brought her up. I went online to see, I was like, how long were they together? And it said it was a decade.
Yeah.
And the reason I feel she won is because she was able to regain her happiness, build a family, have an amazing husband, 2 beautiful children. That is what life is about for me. I'm really big on family more than anything, more than the career and all of the stuff I do. Nothing comes before God and my family. And so to me, she won, being able to regain her life. Even though she had 10 years with him, now she's living her best life. So, my prayers are with her, and I'm happy that she's healing right now. It continues, because she said it's a continued journey, and I'm happy that she is healing. So
yeah, let me give you that. Listen, it was heartbreaking. So, I just wanted to end that. I wanted to ask you, because again, you're an artist, you're a professional, so many different things that you do, and it's been in the stories. We see it everywhere, and it's one of those subjects that I want to touch, as far as the domestic violence, as far as the bullying, because she's been through it so long. That she actually, what people don't understand is when women go through that, it's a routine. She's expecting to get hit. She's expecting to get screamed at, and that's no way to live. It is really not no way to live. And I'm so happy that she got out of it, and actually she's winning right now. So
yes, she definitely is.
Definitely.
Yes.
So now I'm gonna ask you a question. Since you're in so many different avenues in entertainment, I'm gonna pick 2: music and movies. I want you to pick a leading man in a movie that you would like to be in, and a leading hip hop artist that you would like to work with?
Oh my gosh. Listen, it's going to be hard. So I recently have this newfound love for Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, and I can't pick with two of them too. They are my inspiration right now. So I'm like, so I'll go with. It's a hard one. I'm going to go with Robert De Niro.
De Niro, yeah. I figured you was gonna go with Robert De Niro. You know, he's one of those guys, and you're the first person to come up here and talk about Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro he's history to me. Like, wow, amazing, amazing actor.
Yeah.
I know you've seen Goodfellas.
You know what? Let me tell you, if you said this to me a few months ago, so I think it was the end of the year. All of my living, my own family members were trying to get me to watch that. I was just having this conversation with people. I never watched this stuff. I just seen Scarface, like the end of last year. I just seen Goodfellas.
What?
Yeah, I'm guilty. Yes.
You saw some classics then. I can only imagine your face when you saw those movies.
Oh my God. Now I'm obsessed. I call Goodfellas and Scarface are like my favorite movies now. Like literally.
I'm gonna give you another movie. I don't know if you've seen it yet. It's called Bronx Tale with Robert De Niro.
I think I started watching a little bit of that, but I don't think I finished it.
That movie.
It's really
amazing.
Good.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I definitely need to see that movie.
I think I seen that something, but I don't think I watched I think I seen it on one of the streaming networks.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to tap into it so I can know exactly what happened.
That's another one of Robert De Niro's, and he actually directed that.
Oh, incredible!
Yeah, he directed it. It was with his first. It was with his company that actually produced it and everything. So that's one of those dope ass movies. So now, hip hop artists, you got a chance to work with anybody in the world. Mm-hmm.
I would. You know what's so funny? My favorite rapper alive is Jay-Z still. It's so funny that you said they wanted you to do Jay-Z. So he's my favorite. Like I haven't changed my stuff. I feel like a lot of people change, but they're still great to me. These people that have done these things, we have a lot of new talent, but they have not reached the highs of the people that I grew up on. So I would think that it's between Drake and Jay-Z for me, for hip hop, because I love rap. Like that's what I do. I love rap.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Listen, listen. I used to listen to hip hop. I still listen to hip hop. I'm one of the original guys, so I've been listening to hip hop for years. And in New York, I'm from New York, actually, Brooklyn, New York.
You're from Brooklyn? What part?
Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brownsville.
Oh,
look,
that's where
I know my people looking. Yeah, Flatbush. So I've been running around Brooklyn for years. So the one thing about Brooklyn is that we listened to the radio back in the days. Remember, we used to listen to radio back in the days. I don't know what people listen to now. We used to literally listen to the old school hip hop on like Red Alert, Kid Capri. These guys, they legends. And the one thing I remember listening to Run DMC for the first time. Mm-hmm. 12 o'clock at night. It's called Mr. Magic Show. And it was like maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. First time I heard them. No lie, the man, I was a fan of the show so much that he sent me a record.
Wow.
The record wasn't even out yet. And I had it in my crib. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize how important this record was. So I just, it was just a record to me. But I didn't know the Run DMC was going to be so big.
Yeah.
That's so big. So it's one of those things that you just wish you had back. Like, my goodness. So Jay-Z or Drake, let's just say both. We're going to put both of them on a song with you.
Thank you.
With a big budget. You got a big budget. You got both of them on this song.
Whoa.
Right?
Yes, a dream.
Both of them. It would be, let me tell you something. That would be something. You call me back and say, guess what? What? That would be crazy. You call me back and say, yo, I got that feature. What's up? Well, I want to be in the video. I want to be in the video. I introduced the video.
Oh my gosh.
But so what do you got going on now as far as in acting, as far as in music, the podcast, entrepreneurship, empowerment, anything? Talk to me.
Yeah, so right now I'm just working on different films. As I told you earlier, I'm in a different lane. You mentioned how I've been able to work on these big budgets. I'm actually, doing some independent films and things of that nature. I have a few things coming up. I just finished a film, which is called Glow, and it stars Crystal Hughes and.
You talking about my internet daughter? Let me tell you something. Crystal the doll is my internet daughter. She was on this show a couple of months ago. She coming back, by the way, y'all. So y'all better stay tuned. Crystal is one of the nicest people that I've ever had an interview with. Oh. And the hard work. I call her Mrs. 2B.
Yeah. There you know her better than I am. I'm just getting on to her. So in the film, that's who I work with. I'll let you see who I play. No doubt. You guys have to watch it and tune in to see who I played in the film with Krista.
Listen, so do you have a date on when it's coming out, or y'all still working on it?
It's complete. The film is complete. They have the trailer. The trailer is out already. I would love to get that to you.
Yes, please.
The trailer is out so that you kind of see what is going on. I don't even play my age. I don't know if I can even give anything out, but it's interesting. If you watch the trailer, it's very.
No, and what's it called? Glow.
Glow, and Crystal stars Crystal. Crystal is Glow, and then you have all of these different independent to be art, people that because like I said, this is new for me. I had never done. This is my first independent film. And it was an experience. I love it. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I don't even go to the movies anymore. It's really? Tubi, Amazon Prime.
What about Hulu?
Listen, Hulu, yeah. Stars. I'm looking at these films, and the one thing I notice is the passion that these independent artists and actors have. Mm. You could get used to having a lot of money, but when you see them grind it and get the money, it's different. It's just different. It hits different. Yeah. And you is with the right one. I'm telling you right now, Crystal the doll, that girl, wow, unbelievable actress. Like I said, and I know you're gonna smash it. I already know. We definitely gonna be looking for it.
Thank you so much. And I have to say, I agree with you. She was a sweetheart. That was my first time meeting her. I didn't know, her like that, but getting the chance to meet her, and I'm seeing that she's really popular, as you mentioned. She's Miss.
Oh yeah, that's Miss 2B.
Yes, and that was so dope, right? My first independent film was starring Crystal. So
yes, that's dope. You hit it. You on the right track. I'm telling you right now, you're definitely on the right track.
Thank you.
You're definitely on the right track. We're gonna. What I'll do when we see it, I'm gonna post it because we'll help you with the promotion for it. So if you got any trailers, send that to 2111 Radio. We'll post it on our pages, all over social media, because we have an independent, how can I say, family. So you got Kristen the doll. We actually had Kristen Keys up here, Coco Brown up here. It's been Trey Chaney.
Wow. And what made you have me on? You said in the beginning you had been watching me for a few months.
Yeah, we was watching you for a few months. My guy, his name is Ralph. He's the owner of the company. So he is in charge of finding talent.
Oh, wow.
So I'm just the program director. I listen to music. So he sent me stuff. But he's told me, yo, look at this young lady. She's out here grinding. And when I seen the bios and all the stuff on your page, we just kept watching. And we looking at your interviews, and we're looking at your videos. So we was watching you for a couple of months before he actually confronted you with probably coming on the show.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I'm happy to be in the category with the talent that you guys had, because you talked about Christian Keys. I know he's worked in a few films in LA. So I know he is. Yeah.
He came up here a couple of months ago, and I was honored because he's a straight shooter. He's one of the most honest actors, people that I've ever met. And like I said, it was an honor to have him here. Omar Gooding was up here. That's a fool.
him. I met him online.
Omar is a fool. I'm telling you
Yeah.
right now, complete fool.
Wow, that's so
So
dope.
it's
Incredible. You have actors on the show, like dope.
Yeah. Actors, entrepreneurs, like I said, we have the talk show. So what I want to do is bring you back with a panel. We can sit down and talk about either bullying, domestic violence. I want to talk about the music industry as far as in the content, because I don't know if you looked on my page, but I put a post up today. We put a post up today about certain content, and people were saying the parents is their fault. I said, it's not the parents' fault, because there's so much on social media right now. Kids have phones now. They can look at anything they want right now. Back in the days, we had a record player or a radio that was in the house.
Yeah.
It was in the house. So we play what we want to play. The kid, if he plays something wrong, what the first thing you do? Hey, you can't listen to that. Can't do that now. You can't do that now. It's disgusting right now, and the content is horrible.
Yes.
So I would like to have you and a couple of people come up here, and we can have this real talk about this situation as far as in the music content, because I don't put ratchet music on 2111 radio. I'm sorry. I love
that.
We're not.
That's amazing.
We're not doing it. No. I only play the talented people. So we only play the talented people. But we've been up here. I didn't believe I had you here this long. I was supposed to have you up here for a half hour. It's almost an hour. But listen.
So fun. Oh my God.
It really has been. And again, we're going to definitely have you come back. And anything you have as far as in music, look at my fingers down. They fat, but look at them. Music, acting, anything that you have, please tag 2111 Radio. We'll plaster it all on our social media. That comes with being on my show.
Oh, excellent. I definitely will do. Definitely.
Take advantage, because we like to support. Like I said, this is for the independent. And so happened I had some people that was interested in coming on, but this is really supposed to be for the independents. Acting, entrepreneurship, everything, empowerment, anything that you're doing positive in the community, you could come on 2111 Radio and talk about it. I
love that. That's incredible. I love what you're doing. I commend you, and I love that you're keeping it positive as well. And that's the type of platform I want to be on. So thank you.
You're so welcome. And again, I thank everybody for coming in here today. We had some good people up here, like 100 and some people up in here today.
Oh, excellent.
It's, they're different streams, because we have on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. So people definitely came up in here tonight. And Corey's Water said, congratulations, LA Key.
Oh, thank you so very much. Is it a way that I can rewatch the show myself?
Yes, it's going to be live on either Facebook or YouTube, like right after.
Oh,
so you can just watch it, or I can send it to you. You can just plaster wherever you want.
Yeah, I'm going to go watch it on YouTube now.
Yeah, definitely. It looks nice, actually. I know my family out there looking at it. They ain't gonna come up on the show and say anything, but they watch it. Yeah, they're definitely watching it.
You said it'll be live. Will it also stay up on YouTube, or
yes,
I can take?
It stays.
Oh, perfect.
Yes, it stays. It definitely stays.
Oh, perfect. But, thank you.
Yeah. So listen, before I let you go, Mo, matter of fact, as I let you go, I want to talk to you behind the scenes. I do this with every artist, every guest that's been on my show, because we only talk about stuff that they're not privy to. But anyway, I'm gonna y'all have a good night tonight. Like I said, we had an excellent time with this young lady. Go stream her music, stream everything. She got a new movie coming out called Glow. I'm telling you, we're gonna definitely get to that and support her in every way we can. All right.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see y'all soon. So, peace. And look, you stay right there. You don't go nowhere.
Okay.
All right.